All right, welcome back, good people. On this video, I want to talk about something that's kind of personal to you, and that's are you a go-getter? Do you consider yourself a go-getter? If your answer is yes, what would be your definition of go-getter? Are you someone that, kind of leads the way, or are you someone that, once someone else leads the way, you catch on really quickly and you can do the same thing or perhaps even better? Or are you someone who works good by yourself, or do you work better with people? See, once you decide to have a business of any type, you're going to have to mix with people from time to time. Not all the time, but from time to time, you're going to have to let people in your world, kind of, right? Let people know who you are, what you do, and you're going to be meeting people who do the same thing that you do, and you can't just be jealous or you not like them because they make a little bit more money than you, or drive a nicer car, or live in a better home, and all that good stuff. Because there's levels that you have to achieve, right? You don't walk in the front door and go from level 1 to level 10. There's a process that goes with it. And I like to call that process the gatekeeper, because if you're not willing to go through that process, you don't get it, period. That's how it works. Now, ask anybody who you would consider successful, if I'm correct with that. Now, just because you consider them successful doesn't mean that they're successful, though. You have to be mindful of that. Because, see, we're living in a time where people can trick you, right? They can give you the illusion that, this is like that, but in reality, it's really not. Because one of the things that I've found to be the case is that many people don't really handle money well. They don't. They just don't. And it's only because, in my opinion, they hadn't been taught how to handle money. Think about this. And you may be one of those people, but let me just ask you a quick quiz question. If you were able to access $100,000 today, now $100,000 is a lot of money, but it's not $1 million. It's not 5 million. It's not 10 million. It's not 30 million. But $100,000 is a lot of money. And if you understand money, you can grow that $100,000. Now, if you don't understand money, guess what you're going to do with that money? You're going to become a consumer. You're going to spend, so you can get back to where you're comfortable. And that's broke, right? If you don't understand money. Because see, you understand being broke. You have, a lot people that are broke a lot of times focus more on the next person than they do on themselves. At least I'm doing better than that person, or at least I'm not doing as bad as that person. That's not how it works. You doing better than that person does not add or take away anything from what you do. You have to look at things differently. You have to view success or going through this thing called life on your terms in a totally different view, from a totally different angle or perspective, if you will. Because it's not a comparing challenge, it's your life. And at the end of your life, what I've done with my life will not affect your life. Or what I have not done with my life will not enhance your life. It doesn't work like that. We're all individually wrapped. And if you're not taking responsibility for your life, that person could care less about your life. They're good. They don't care. People do not care if you're not going to handle your business. But get out of my way. Right? Don't stop me from handling my business. Like, you wouldn't take advice about starting a business from someone who's never started a business, would you? Just Just ask. Because why would you do that? I mean, you just like settling for no before you even tried it. I had a friend of mine one time, and he told me this story. He said that when he was in high school, he was pretty good at football, and he had another friend that was better than him at football, and he wanted to try out for a professional team, but the professional team that he wanted to try out for, his friend had already tried out for the team and didn't make the team. Now, in his mind, he was better than, I mean, the other guy was better than him. But what's for you is for you. And if you don't apply yourself or position yourself to receive that, guess what? You don't get it. It doesn't come your way. If you don't put yourself in a position to benefit from your efforts, then you won't benefit from your efforts. That's how it works. Now, to continue the story, since his friend didn't make the team, he didn't even try. But they played different positions. And just because my friend was bad at a running back, or they had a running back that was better at that position than he was, does not mean that my position, whatever my position was, wasn't available for that team. But I didn't know because I didn't even apply myself, right? So you gotta, like, once you gain the knowledge, you have to apply the knowledge. That's how it works. You can't just keep reading books or watching videos or listen to podcasts and say, I know it all, I know it all, I got it all, and don't use it. Because it does no one any good. And it only benefits people when you share that knowledge, when you allow people, when you package it in a book or video or whatever content you're using, or whatever platform you're using, and allow people to access it. That's when people can benefit from it. That's when people will pay you money for what you know. That's the world we're in. That's the business that I help other people start. Information. It's information based. The information that you want to gain and you want to share with an audience that you create. Because you're going to create several different audiences on several different platforms before it's all said and done. Social media, LinkedIn, Twitter, podcasts, blogs. You're going to have content on all those. And you're going to post to those daily. You're going to have a system that allows you to go there 30, 40 minutes and do everything you need to do. And then you're finished. But you have to do that regularly, right? Now, if you're a go-getter, then you're going to do it more than that, because you want to be in that world. You want to know everything there is to know about that world. You want to create multiple streams of income. Now, when I began my journey some 10 years ago, I had no idea of how the actual internet worked. Because I was new to it, I was an older person, but I enjoyed what I was experiencing, the ease and the simplicity of positioning myself to become better at what I wanted to do. And so I just jumped in, I ate, slept, and drank what I do for a period of time, because I'm a single guy. Once I'm finished with my 9 to 5, then I'm going to work here, right? Because this is what's going to pay my bills one day. This is going to replace my income once I retire. Totally. I plan not to have to use my retirement for no money, just for my fun and travel. My businesses and my lifestyle will be facilitated by the business that I created 10 years ago, that I'm doing right now, that I'm sharing with you, letting you know you can do the same. It may not take you 10 years. You may be able to get there in 5, 3, 2, who knows? It just depends on your effort. But don't compare you to me, because my journey is different than yours. I said earlier, we're individually wrapped. What I'm willing to do, you may not be willing to do. What you're willing to do, I may not have been willing to do. Experience what's going on for yourself, and manage, make adjustments as you need to. And when it's all said and done, you're actually recreating who you are in this world, on this planet. You're going to make that somebody else. You're going to do that on purpose, consciously. You can do that. You got to make sacrifices. You got to stop watching so much TV or going out to eat so much. You got to spend time with your mind, body, and spirit, always focusing on getting better, right? And you will. That's how it works, because you're going to be around people who do the same thing. It's not like you're reinventing the wheel. You're just creating your own wheel, right? Okay, again, I'm doing 15 videos this month. I think this is video number 5. I'm pretty quick with these videos because I know what I'm doing, right? This is just like getting it in the can. Once I get it in the can, then I send it to my people and let them do what they do. And then, we'll publish it. But it's all fun. I've made 3 videos in like an hour, 15 minutes each. Record it, upload it. Now what I have to do is I have to send them out to my different places. Like, for instance, on LinkedIn, I have 15 groups I belong to. 15. Each group has no less than 100,000 people. No less. So when I upload a video to one of those groups, all those people have access to that video. All of those people. Now, if only one watches, that's okay, because those videos stay there. And over time, it may be another watch, and then another, or it may be 5 people watch, or maybe 10 people watch. You don't know, but you know how many watch if you don't put any out there. 0. 0. That's how many watch. None. They're not exposed to what you know. They're not exposed to your knowledge or your expertise. They don't get it. They had to get it from somewhere else. So get in the game and play the game. And I'm going to see you on the next video. What's my name? I'm Snoop Dogg. No, my name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry. Remember, I control all this, and you will too if you decide to join the process. Have a good evening. We'll talk again.